Friend Info Adventure Co. is an immaturely mature podcast. Content warnings can be found in the episode description.
Hey, howdy, hey, ho. Welcome back. I'm Riley, the bunker master for this here story. A frivolous fact is what we always start out with. So, a frivolous fact about New Albion is that clay weren't always looked down on, especially when the capital was being built and formed. The early days of the capital. The workers that built the city actually called themselves clay, saying, "We shaped clay into brick and built this city, and like that very same clay, we too must shape ourselves into what we want." Of the diamond class, though, the highest outside of royalty, only a very, very small number of them actually have ancestors that came from those original clay builders. More of most of the diamond class, the super elite people, the posh, annoying people, most of them came from people that harvested the raw building materials and provided those materials in exchange for land. So like the builders kind of got screwed, and then the people providing the materials became property owners and the elite class. That's a long, frivolous fact, huh?
Yeah. Wow, classism sucks.
Yeah, classism sucks. So over time, it was just like, clay. Oh yeah, those clay, they thought that they could build themselves up. Look at them now. They're still clay.
Sad. I'm Kimberly, and I play Fayleon. And a frivolous fact about Fayleon is that she believes if she were to accidentally kill a spider, that all the spiders in the area will know and seek revenge.
This feels like an attack on me, but I think that you also have this same belief in real life.
I do.
Same, which is why I just usually get a piece of paper or something and then carry spiders outside of the house, because I'm like, if I kill a spider, they're gonna attack me.
They're gonna find us. They'll know.
They'll unionize. No, they'll militia. They'll turn into a militia. I don't know. Form a militia. They'll rally the troops and attack me. I know it.
Yeah.
But I forgot about that. I forgot you thought that.
That was like our first date conversation. And that's when I was like,
was it?
This guy is chill. I can do this.
Aw. Well, thanks.
I'm Rebecca. I play Saylor. And Saylor has a hidden talent of she can give a pretty good haircut.
Oh, okay. How did this come to be?
She had to start giving her own haircuts. And so she just got really good at it. And the mayor didn't want to leave City Hall to go get haircuts. So I learned to get pretty good at haircuts.
Nice. That's pretty good. That's a good hidden talent.
Previously on Friend and Foe Adventure Co.
We're going to flash back for this episode way, way, way back to when Deimos's body was taken over by Isaac, a Magnus AI from another universe. He ejected himself into a portal in the restroom, but Deimos's body needed time to boot back up. So while it was booting up, Tarquin, Good Boy, Lucinda, and Plunger left the restroom first, and then Deimos's boot up sequence was taking longer than expected. So we are going to join Fayleon and Saylor Twift as they exit the restroom to do whatever they did to lead them to where we saw them last episode. Deimos's boot up is taking a little bit longer, so Saylor and Fayleon, you guys decide to leave the bathroom and you go out. Fayleon, you almost immediately spot Pigeon hovering high above the crowd in the main ballroom, about halfway through the room, and you can follow his beak is pointed straight at Lord Xavier Faraday, who is the guy that you overheard Sir Damascus Archibald talking to, and that was the guy that didn't buy you a drink. He tried to impress you by saying he'd buy you a drink, but it's an open bar. Yeah, that guy. So Pigeon's focused on that person there. You guys can go follow there. You can do whatever you want, but you got to communicate with each other what you want to do.
At this point, I'm honestly, I finished my portal opening era, and so I'm ready to move into my next era. But in the meantime, happy to just kind of wander around until I come across what I need to come across.
I guess I don't want to give away that I'm following Pigeon. So yeah, let's just wander. And I'll just kind of try to make the wandering have a purpose towards where Pigeon is.
We can go look at one of the many encased arts, air quotes arts, pieces around the room. Waiter walks by, grab a drink.
Yeah, perfect. You guys start doing that. So the first one that you would come across would be display case 7, which you guys stop at and look, right?
Admire. What is it?
Inside the display case, there's a bunch of stone bullets, a variety of different stones. And there's like a display placard that describes it. And it says it's 3,027 to 3,044 years old. Waiter walks by. You guys grab a drink.
Grab another drink. And where's the hors d'oeuvre man? Is there an hors d'oeuvre man?
Oh, yes, definitely. You wave over the hors d'oeuvre man and they come over. What's on the hors d'oeuvre plate?
Well, I don't know what the food situation is like in this universe. Is it just like normal food? Is it like pigs in a blanket?
Pigs in a blanket. Yep, that's exactly what it is.
I grab 4 pigs in a blanket.
Oh, hell yeah.
Fayleon, which bullet is your favorite of this pile of bullets?
The one in the corner.
Yes, I see. Okay. Let's wander, I would say, in a direction closer to a bar. So let's wander. What's at number 6? What do I see at number 6?
Yeah, so you guys start heading towards number 6. But partway when you get over there, all of a sudden you hear this voice from behind you, and people kind of are making a commotion as the voice approaches, and just like,
oh, he's rich.
Very rich.
You can tell from his affectations. I would like to look at the commotion.
You turn around, and heading straight towards you guys is a man. He's tall, slender. He's got like
a slender man.
He's a slender man. You know, fuck it. That's what he is. He's wearing like a. Does a slender man almost wear like a tuxedo? Like
slender man does wear like a suit. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it a suit or is it a tuxedo? I mean, they're this.
I feel like a tuxedo is far too formal for the slender man.
He doesn't have like a cummerbund.
Well, let's Google slender man. Slender man formal wear. It's a suit. It is for sure like a business.
It's a suit.
A business suit.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's what he's wearing. He's wearing a business suit. He doesn't have a white mask on or anything. It's just his face, and he's very pale. It's almost like he's naturally pale, you know?
That's the slender man, yeah.
And then he's got like black hair and a gray tuft of hair in the front. But he's walking straight towards you, and he's looking directly at Fayleon.
Do you know this man, Fayleon?
No, I don't think so.
The part of the body that's so hard.
Wait, is he talking? Like, is he saying real words?
Yeah, he's heading there, and he's right in front of you now. And he's looking at you, and he's like waving his arms like up and down at you. He's not like super flamboyant, but like almost a little. It almost feels like a little
how
forced.
Rich people are.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like my first instinct is to just like punch him in the stomach. Like, I feel like somebody coming at me that fast, not saying real words.
I mean, it's a fair reaction.
Like, who is this? Who is he?
Is that what you want to do, or do you want to figure out who he is?
You should punch him.
Yeah, I think I'm going to punch him.
Go ahead and roll an accuracy. Go ahead and roll an attack.
Punch check.
12?
Then roll your melee damage.
Well, I have a fan.
Are you using your... You said punch this guy, though.
Yeah, I did, but my fan has a D8.
Well, hold on. Did you have the time? This man is coming at you quickly, mumbling unintelligibly. I feel a punch is much more of a like immediate, like
That's true. That's
more of an
true.
immediate quick reaction.
Okay, I'll just punch him with my fist, I guess.
If I have to.
I rolled a 2. Oh, +1, 3.
Okay, great. He like crumples over. He's like,
Can I just like lightly push him so he falls over?
yeah, he's very, very slender. He's like a...
He's a very slender man.
He's a very slender man. So...
Oh no, am I a bully?
Yeah. You push him over without any effort, really. And when you push him over, behind him, you see this woman, and she's wearing like a blue suit, very frilly. And she has a name tag that says Glenda Harris, and then underneath it says the Fester Feather Foundation, which is the group that is running the event. And she goes, Mr. Fairyfour, I am so sorry. Oh, he was just so excited to meet you. This is Randall Fairyfour. You two haven't met yet.
Wait, was this somebody I was supposed to meet eventually?
Are you saying that to her?
No, I'm asking you.
I mean, I haven't said anything, but you know that this is the guy that's running the event. He's like the main guy.
Oh, gosh.
Eating my pig in a blanket.
Security comes swarming in around you. A bunch of people with silver, sleek dresses that look like blades. And Randall gets up a little bit, like he's on his knees, and signals to the people like, but
like, we can all understand this is very concerning if someone not saying real words is coming at you fast. Like, what was I supposed to do?
All of the blades back off and go back from whence they came. And the woman sees that you cannot understand him, and she says, I'm sorry, you're not from around here. I can tell.
Okay.
This is Randall Fairyfour. This whole thing, he's so excited that you were able to join after the Dungeon Drag Race.
Okay, but why isn't he saying words?
Sometimes, the posh, they have a language of their own. Those really high up diamond members of society, they just she leans into it. It's like they bred the smart out of them.
I've worked in the mayor's office. I can 100% confirm this is a result of inbreeding.
Okay, but like, what is he saying?
He said,
do you understand him?
Yeah, of course I do. He said, I'm Randall Fairyfour.
I think you're making it up. I don't. That was such a long pause. You don't understand what he's saying. You're lying.
Just eating my...
I was just trying to remember exactly what he was saying. It's like, if somebody just said like, oh, what did that person just say to you? It might take you a second to be like, oh yeah, let me translate that.
No, it doesn't take that long.
Okay, well, my bad. He said he's Randall Fairyfour and that it's an honor to have you here.
Okay, so, wait, is he too fancy to understand what I'm saying?
He said, no, I can understand you perfectly.
Oh, I see.
He's fluent in poor.
Yes, she gets it.
So you just scared us. So please excuse the violence, the unexpected violence.
And it goes on for a few seconds, and then she's like, he would expect nothing less from someone with a name like Lady McFeisty.
Okay, like, how long do I have to stay here before it's like rude to just leave?
The party or
this interaction? What's like the time frame?
Yeah, I mean, that's a...
Wait, do I need something from him?
Somebody does.
Who?
Saylor.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. Saylor, she has to go to her mind palace really quick because Saylor needs to get a key off of this man, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, can I...
You should tickle him.
Can I get this guy just like a quick the old elevator eyes to see if those keys are just like in a spot I could easily pickpocket?
Go ahead, do a search check.
Search. Oh, that's a 3. So +5 is an 8.
Okay, I mean, that's not like terrible. I would say you see a couple of different things. There's like a inner pocket to his suit on both sides. He's got the pockets on his pants. There's like a front breast pocket on his left side.
Okay. Go with me on this. Mr. We are so thankful to be here at this party. Thank you so much for having us. Can I give you a hug? And she just immediately like goes in to like hug him, but uses the hug opportunity to like feel up the slender man.
Do an interact check.
So that's gonna be a 16. So thank you, Mr. so much for having us.
With that high, it's like you could feel like he has like a roll of mints in his left front pocket. He's got like a pocket watch in his front right pocket, and then in his front left pocket, you can feel it has like a single key in there.
Oh, cool. I'm just going to go ahead and grab that.
Okay, roll a sneak check. I'll let you do this.
Yeah, okay. But this is like the world's longest hug. That's going to be a 10.
A 10?
Mm-hmm.
Here, I'll roll to see. Oh, that's a 9. You barely succeed.
Does he think I'm just trying to get fresh?
You describe it. You can steal the key.
Okay. So this hug, Saylor's trying to speak this guy's language. So far, Mr. My favorite part of this party so far has been, and also just, I love the feel of your jacket and the lining. Is this lining made of, and just, it gets uncomfortably close to feeling like I'm going to feel him up, but Saylor gets that key. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Whoa, okay, all right. He kind of brushes himself off like, you can tell he's like uncomfortable, and he's like wiping the pour off of him.
I would like to offer him a pig in a blanket.
He says he's stuffed and famished at the same time.
Eats another pig in a blanket.
In fact, can I get more of those over here?
Hors d'oeuvre man.
He's saying that he would like you to join him on stage in a little while. There's a VIP room where you can have really nice food and drink and hang out and be comfortable if you'd like until the main event when he'll do his announcement. You can come up there and Lady McFeisty, you'll be like on stage with him and he'll talk about how great you are.
I think I said yes.
Glenda looks at her and says like, I mean, I guess you can bring like a +1 if you want to.
Wait, am I the +1?
Saylor would be the +1 in this instance.
Oh, wait, where is he taking us?
You're the main event. You're Lady McFeisty. You won Dungeon Drag Race.
So you get rewarded by being put on public display.
Pretty much. But you also, there's like a VIP room where you can lounge and hang out.
Where is Pigeon at this time?
Pretty much the same spot, but just like keeping an eye out. You know, his head is rotated a little bit because he's keeping an eye on Lord Xavier Faraday for you.
If I go to this VIP, like, am I going farther away from where Pigeon is or closer?
You see Pigeon and he's like looking, you can follow his beak and you see the man in the polka dot dress and he's walking toward the backstage area. And then Pigeon darts out and goes like behind the curtain there towards backstage as well, which is where they indicate the VIP room would be.
Which is where you want to go.
Okay, yeah, then I'll go, I suppose.
Okay. And he starts walking and talking with you as you're going. It's just this. He's not really asking you questions or leaving you any time to talk or reply. He's just talking.
He just likes to hear his own voice.
Yeah, exactly. You guys head back. Some little servers open the curtains for you guys to walk through so you don't have to touch the curtains yourselves. Ugh, that'd be so Clay. And then you guys get past the curtains, you go past some doors. There's kind of like a ramp that leads upwards, but then there's stairs that go down. It says VIP. And right there you can see the man with the polka dot dress, and he's at the door, and somebody just closed the door and he starts to walk away. He looks at you and nods as he passes by. Great party, Randall. Real hip. He passes by and then he goes back out towards the main room. And Pigeon sees you and then comes over to you. And Randall gets real excited. Glenda translates it for you. Prince Petty. He's really excited. I didn't understand what he said there. I just understood Prince Petty. See, I don't understand everything.
But I can tell from his vibe that he's excited. Saylor's kind of looking around the room, wondering if there's another drink and hors d'oeuvre man. Because surely there must be nicer hors d'oeuvres and bevies here in the VIP lounge.
Oh, yeah. Are you guys going to go into the VIP lounge now?
I mean, I think we should.
Yeah. You
guys go down there. You go into the VIP lounge. You open the door. Randall goes in last, but there's like nice couches. There's along the table, there's like all the hors d'oeuvres, but they're fancier versions of the same hors d'oeuvres. So it's like pigs in a blanket, but they're like
Fancier pigs in a blanket.
Fancier pigs in the blanket, yeah. Like they've got actual snouts on them and tails that are like bacon, little strips of bacon that are like curled tails. And
Oh my God. The champagne has caviar in it.
yes, exactly. As fancy people do.
Ooh.
There's a larger, like not large as in like big, but like muscular. There's a well-defined man there, and he's got a very frilly collar that it's black and it has like a red stripe down the center that leads to like, it's not a tie, but kind of it's like almost like an ascot, but like a longer tie-like thing at the end of it.
Like a scarf?
Kind of like a scarf, yeah. That's probably a fair enough description.
Okay.
Oh, you asked me who. The guy looks at you and says, "Oh, thank you, Randall. I am Lucas Montpellier."
Like the beverage?
What's the beverage?
There is no beverage. I'm just trying to sound like I belong.
He's like, no, not like any beverage that I've had. But he holds his hand out. And you are Lady McFeisty. Great job on Dungeon Drag Race. He reaches out his hand to you.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
Whoa, so dismissive. Sort of mid-episode break here. There's not a whole lot left to the Fayleon and Saylor stuff. I mean, there is. There's like at least 10 minutes, I think, still of their stuff to hear. But after this little mid-episode break type thing, we recorded a bunch of listener questions a while ago. And I'm just going to leave that in. And we're putting them out one at a time, but I'm just going to gather those 3 and make this episode a little bit longer, and you'll get some behind the scenes type stuff, some fun listener questions and answers, because we still have way more listener questions to get to and record new ones. There's normal middle stuff, promo stuff. Phil's going to do some of that. He recorded that when we recorded these Q&A stuff, but we didn't record the Zencastr promo. So let me tell you about Zencastr. It's how we record our podcast. We use it to record, obviously, and you can also use it to release episodes. So it's like an all-in-one tool, which also includes editing and tools to help clean up your audio quality, remove filler words, remove silences. It's super useful. I highly recommend it. You can also record video and release video podcasts. It can also do like clips and video audiograms, essentially, are what they called, or like make little things that you can just post to social media. All that is really, really cool. I really do recommend this to all podcasters, new and old. If you decide you want to give it a try, there's a link in the episode description, or you can go to zencastr.com/pricing and use our code FFAdventureCo, and you'll get 30% off your first month of any Zencastr paid plan. I want you to have the same easy experiences I do for all of my podcasting and content needs. It's time to share your story.
Hi, welcome to the middle of the episode. First of all, we need to say thank you to Nerdvana Games for making this game that we play. Go check out their website. You can buy it for yourself, but you won't be as good as us because you won't have us on it. So sucks to be you. Also, big thanks to our very own Kyle Mercurius for doing the music, because that is also very, very good. Thanks, Kyle. We love you. We want to have your musical babies.
Today's question is from Aramil. The question is to the players: if your character was going to hook up with someone's character, I would add NPC. If they were just going to add, hook up with somebody in the world, who is it and why?
Tarquin Merkin all the way.
The OTP, baby.
No, I don't know. It's a tricky one because, I did lose the love of my life, Adrian Stolhart.
It's true.
So the thought of hooking up with anyone else, it's just a burn.
Just too soon, man. I mean, Tarquin's the only other one that's got robo-bits. I was going to say Gladys, though.
Yeah, I do think there's been times where you get a little frisky in your wording when Gladys comes out. So Gladys could be the option.
Can't resist that boxy chassis.
You know what it is? It's that like you're dating somebody to get to their roommate. Yeah. You start dating Tarquin just because it's like hoping for the chances of getting to spend time around Gladys.
Just for a glimpse of that sweet, sweet Gladys.
Fayleon and Good Boy. Hook up feels so crass, but it doesn't have to be as crass as hooking up. It can just be like, is there the who they're attracted to?
I just feel like, wouldn't you like to know, you little perverts?
Yeah, get them.
Find out on Patreon.
Okay. Did Good Boy say one?
No, I don't think there is one for Good Boy.
It's like that broom in the corner,
Yeah.
but only at certain times of day when the light hits it just right.
Yeah.
Is Good Boy ace? Is that too forward a question?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
Hard to penetrate that mind. He is an enigma.
That is an interesting question because with Good Boy, I don't know. Could change from just day to day.
I could. Just, I don't know. Every time I've thought about that, it's like, it seems weird for him,
Yeah. It's like maybe if the right person came around, maybe.
Yeah.
Or not. Doesn't matter.
We did have some really good. Good curious. We had some good
curious. Oh yeah, that's right.
Names. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Just saying, buddy. If you're ever,
Yeah, no.
feeling lonely.
Oh, I forgot about that. That was very good.
All right. Well, perfect. I think that answers that. Maybe. This one is from Aramil. He asked, how long does it take to set up for a recording, and how long are sessions versus what we hear? It's a good little behind the scenes question. Setup is, pretty quick. A lot of the times I will end up sending the link and then everybody will join in. I will say Phil and Kyle are usually very punctual. I usually send the link and then go set up Kimmy's setup. So then Kimmy gets in. Sometimes she's in there before I actually am in there, or sometimes I'm in there before, but we're in there usually around the same time. And then it's usually like 5 to 10 minutes later, Good Boy, aka Matt, comes strolling in, and he's so just like a diva when he comes in too. Like, this lighting isn't right today, and he makes us change everything.
This is the wrong brand of bottled water.
Yep. Exactly.
He walks in with an ostrich and we're like, what you got there? And he's like, a smoothie.
Yeah. What? No, yeah. So like setup wise, from the time I send the link, and I don't do like, just kind of throughout the week or something, I'll write down ideas or kind of write a very loose script. I don't really want to say script, but I'll plan the session. As far as like my planning and setup, it doesn't really take that much. Really, we just like kind of get on our Zencaster, and then we'll kind of shoot the shit for like 15 to 30 minutes sometimes. Or sometimes...
Oh, sometimes we have chatted for like an hour before we've started.
This is very true. And sometimes that's on me too, because I'll have a thought right before we start or as we start, and then I'll be like, let me pull up my notes, and then I have to like make some quick notes for that day's session. Yeah, that's just like ADHD brain. But from the time we start recording to finishing, it's usually like 2.5 to 3 hours, right?
Yeah.
We usually hang out for like 3 to 4 hours when we do this. And then if it's a combat episode, it'll edit down like 2.5 hours would probably edit down to like an hour. And there's other things where we might like start talking about side things, or just like silence while we think, or rolling dice. Like a lot of that stuff gets cut out. So I feel like over half of the stuff that we do gets cut out. And sometimes a lot of times I start recording before we actually start the session, or I'll keep recording after the session for a little while, and that'll go on for a little bit. So yeah, I don't know. Like our recordings are probably closer to 2 to 3 hours, and then they cut down to like an hour to an hour 20. That's always the goal. Does that seem accurate to you guys?
Sounds about right for the most part.
Yeah.
Got a couple of outliers. Like, I think we've had maybe, what was our longest session? Like 5?
Yeah, I think so. And it broke down to like 2 episodes.
Yeah, we've done a few that have split. The one where we had Lucinda and Saylor and Deimos, that was an epic long one, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because when they were there, I kind of we did some multi stuff. My longest session has been with them. I think we recorded for like 7 or 8 hours for that like 2-part adventure leading up to them going to Everfalls and getting you guys out of the mindfuckery there. So that was the longest session that I've done, and it wasn't even with you guys. But longest for us, I think, has been like 5 or 6 hours. And I'm trying to think what that episode would have been. I feel like it was a special episode or something big was happening.
I'm thinking it was probably the Roleplay Rejects crossover.
Oh, yeah.
That was long. Yeah.
That was long. That was like 5 or 6 hours, huh? Yeah. A lot of fun, though. Shortest session, I think, is like an hour 20. If that's the thing, is if we have like dialogue going the whole time, then we can call it. We usually like call it a little. Well, I don't know. We never set like a specific cutoff time. Every once in a while, we have like a hard out because somebody has something that day. But most of the time, we just like go until there's a natural ending or whatever happens. Like we decide like, oh, that's a good ending there. So
here's a question. I don't know. It's not even from a listener. I think Riley just made it up. Riley, what are you saying?
Yeah. We were recording one day all of these listener questions, and I was like, I have one. I'd love to know what your guys' process for coming up with your frivolous facts is.
And you see, that depends who you ask first. Because if you don't ask me first, then I try and think, like if Kyle says, oh, my favorite kind of jacket is whatever, then I will just copy and be like, well, my favorite kind of jacket, and
yeah.
But if you ask me first, I don't know, usually I either base it on what has happened to me recently or what I'm doing that day or something, and instead of Phil, I just say Tarquin.
Totally fair.
Yeah.
I feel like Matt is in a similar boat where if Matt is asked first, he has to come up with something. If he's asked later, then he usually ties it to somebody else's. Is that accurate, Matt?
Yeah, that's usually accurate. Usually if I don't know, that's kind of
a personal question.
It's kind of sixes. Yeah, it's kind of a personal question. I don't feel comfortable answering that.
Kumquat.
Yeah.
Well, there was that one time that you used autocorrect, right?
I did. Yeah. Well, usually for me, it's just completely random. I think I've talked about that before. I usually don't have any idea of what I'm going to say before I say it. But yeah, if I'm any later in the order than like, the second person, then if there's a theme going on, then I'll usually stick with the theme. But if not, then I'll usually just come up with something myself.
Yeah. Which I feel like when you come up with something yourself, a lot of times you go like, good boy does karate in garages. Like it'll be like that one word improv game, but you're playing it by yourself.
Yeah, but I'm playing it by myself. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like even when you start saying it, you don't know what it's going to be, and it's funny.
Yeah.
At the start is my thing, because remember right at the beginning you gave us those like fact files to fill out.
Yes.
So I started off taking my frivolous facts directly from that, but then once that was exhausted, then I just sort of went off on whatever I could think of.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of, going back to a previous listener question, Tarquin would totally hook up with Bastion. Of course he would.
I was going to ask that in the moment. Oh, man. I may cut that out right there and insert it into that episode.
Yeah, absolutely.
That question.
That empty eye socket's got to be good for something.
Oh, no.
Oh, no!
Yeah. Being replaced with an eye and the eye
of
color
course.
that you find most desirable. Of course.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
If anybody thought anything else, they're a bunch of perverts.
Yeah, that's just gross. I mean, like, God, Get your head out of the gutter. What are you, plunger? Get your head out the toilet.
What about Kimmy? Do you have a method for your frivolous facts?
I feel like mine is very similar to what everyone else said. I usually don't come prepared, and I try and base off what other people are saying, unless I'm first as well. And then I just have to come up with something on the spot.
There have been a couple of times where you've told me beforehand that you're like, or even in the middle of the week, you're like, I came up with a frivolous fact for Fayleon. And one or two of those times you forgot them by the time Sunday rolled around and we recorded. But Other times you had them. But yeah, most of the mornings you're like, I don't have a frivolous fact today.
Yeah, I don't usually have one.
Yeah. What about you, Kyle?
Yeah, we did do all that homework where we did like a whole bunch of backstory stuff. I still have that saved on my phone. And I used to troll through that looking for good stuff. But as time went on and more of it kind of dwindled, and I was like, that's not really appropriate for a frivolous fact. That's not really so frivolous of an informational bit. You just kind of come up with stuff on the fly. And, like the others said, sometimes we got a theme going on, and that's really fun to be able to riff off of each other. But yeah, most of the time it ends up just being like, oh shit, I forgot to think of a frivolous fact today. So real quick, how does Mercurius feel about candy corn? Just whatever. And sometimes you lock up and Riley edits it out, but we'll be sitting there for like 5 minutes while I'm going,
Yeah, I would say that a lot. I do it the most, I think, out of everybody, because we've done this for so many episodes. I'm always the one that like kind of kicks off the frivolous facts, but I almost never ever come up with a frivolous fact beforehand.
So I was going to say,
I'm planning the session.
Yeah.
It's funny. We all know that we're going to need one every week. And every week we're all like, fuck.
Nobody ever remembers.
Yeah. I feel like sometimes mine's a lot like Matt's, where I just start talking and then putting words together. But yeah, that goes back to how long the sessions are that they hear. Like a lot of the times the frivolous facts are a chunk that we like edit down. So if we ever did a live show, we would have to really like nail down frivolous facts beforehand. That way it wasn't just like 20 minutes of us trying to come up with a frivolous fact.
True. Although seeing like chat suggestions would be really fun.
Oh, yeah. Would they be chat questions? Like, what does Mercurius like about trees? Or I don't know, like, would we ask listeners for the questions, or would you just have them make your frivolous fact for you?
We could. You should just be like, chat, help me out. I can't think of a frivolous fact. What's Mercurius's opinion on the unstable government of the Middle East? I don't know.
No.
No, we probably wouldn't go there.
No. Yeah, but I don't trust our chat enough. I don't trust our
Absolutely
listeners
not.
to not fuck with us. Because we fuck with us enough.
That's right. Barely even trust me.
Yeah. There we go. That answers my own question. Thanks, me, for coming up with a question. All right. If you want your question answered, just tag us on social media or go into our listeners' question channel on Discord and ask us there. Enjoy the rest of the episode. A little bit of time has gone by, and we take a look at what's going on in the VIP lounge. You guys have been in there for like 10, 15 minutes. What kind of things do you talk about while you're in there? We're joining in mid-conversation.
If we gathered up every single person in this room and emptied out all of their pockets, how much small change do you think we would find?
At least 500.
See, I personally don't think there's any small change to be found in anybody's pockets. Because they all carry large bills, I'm sure.
That's probably true.
Yeah, I would never be caught with a clay coin.
See? Oh, Randall. Montpellier, for the beverages, does it have to be from a specific Montpellier house, or if it's from somewhere else, is it just sparkling PA?
I don't know what this beverage thing is. I don't... What I do
Guess you're not that rich.
I mean, I could make drinks.
Yeah, but then it would just be sparkling PA.
What are your cats doing during this time, by the way?
Oh, they are also wandering around looking at all the art.
Not in the VIP lounge with you.
No.
Just out.
One of them, Benjamin, he does have eyes on Pigeon and is like fascinated and is just kind of following Pigeon around.
Oh boy.
Meredith Grey, obsessed with caviar, who knew she had such expensive tastes. She's not in the VIP room. She is in the kitchen and she's just kind of like shoveling pawfuls of caviar.
Lovely.
But it is Dr. Olivia Benson who is like, oh, art. I do like art. And is like wandering around taking a look at all of the art pieces.
Nice. Did Pigeon come into the VIP room with you, Fayleon?
Wait, I thought he was with me now. And that's why, like, Fairy Feather. What is his name? Fairy Feather?
Fairy 4.
Did someone else have a feather name?
Fester Feather is the foundation that is running the charity, essentially, or like running the event. It's like an event business.
Okay.
You know, like if you were rich, it's not like Randall, they're like the event planners, right? And
I know what you're saying.
Randall Fairy 4 wouldn't go through like, why don't we put this here and this there and then do this theming and this, you know, like he just gives like the broad strokes, but he trusts them to do it all.
He's more of the idea man. And then he pays people to execute his ideas.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he was like excited about Pigeon, so we're in there. Yeah.
Yeah, he was. Okay, so he's definitely there.
Yeah.
So what's Pigeon doing in there?
Who is in there?
Let's see. So there's Fayleon, Saylor, Randall, and Lucas.
That's it?
Yeah, it's just the 4 of you.
This is the VIP room?
If there were more people, it wouldn't be very VIP, would it?
That's true. But Lucas was the only person in there for a while. What was he doing?
Being lonely.
Why don't you ask him that?
Am I by him?
Yeah, I mean, it's like a okay sized room, right? Like it's a VIP room, but it's not like this huge. It's not nearly as big as like the ballroom.
Well, duh. Okay, I'm just gonna ask him, like, what were you doing in here by yourself?
Work never stops. When you run a big company like Montpellier Technomancy, there's a lot of cogs to watch over.
Technomancy, not beverages.
Not beverages. See, now you're getting it.
Okay.
Did you introduce yourself, Saylor, by the way?
Oh, I didn't think I needed to. My name's Saylor. My name's Saylor. We don't need to know the rest. Tell me more about your line of work, sir.
Well, I take magic from other places and then I harness it into technology.
Wait, there are other worlds?
Of course there's other worlds. There's many worlds. As many as you can imagine. A world where all oceans are champagne. A world where people have to work a 9 to 5 and get benefits, but sometimes those benefits aren't that great and the government treats you like shit. Also, there's a government.
So you take power from these other places?
Yeah, well, technology a lot. Yeah, I'll take like magic and then make it so that, you know, like here, and he pulls out this little cylinder.
Whoa. Do you steal the magic?
It's not stealing, it's harnessing.
So stealing.
No. Look, who's this stealing from? And he holds out this cylinder and then he pushes a button and then fire comes out.
Ooh.
It's essentially like a lighter, but there is no oil or anything in it. You just see these like little symbols start to glow and then it's like fire.
So you harness this power for free and then you sell it for profit?
Well, I'm just not harnessing it for free. I have to like develop the technology.
I mean, you just pressed a button.
Yeah, but you still have to sell it to people.
I mean, but are you developing that technology or is somebody else and you're just like at the top reaping all the benefits?
What are your thoughts on H-1B visas, Mr. Montpellier?
Listen. My grandfather, he came here on a visa and he was a real good guy and he wouldn't be here without it. So I'm for them.
Okay.
But also, like, unless you say something bad against me, in which case I will take away the blue check mark and you won't be able to use a lot of our products.
And what's this I've heard about you recently carrying around your youngest child to use as a human shield? Have you been receiving a lot of death threats?
Okay, that outfit was a style thing. Yes, I did have 2 of my children, one on the front chest, one on the back, and then my daughter on my head as a hat. That was style, and it was not because I was afraid.
Okay. He drinks my champagne caviar.
Yeah, but what about you? I mean, you're a siren, looking at Lady McFeisty over here. You harnessed them.
How dare you?
Oh, what?
Don't talk to me like you know me.
I mean, sirens aren't that well understood. Where do you get your powers?
From within. I don't steal it from other people, you dumb bitch.
Oh, he's never, ever been talked to like this. And he kind of likes it.
I was going to say, is he kind of turned on?
Just a little bit.
He found his key.
Don't bully him. He'll come.
He bites his lower lip. Almost there.
His child backpack. Daddy, I'm hungry.
You'll be fed when you work, after you've earned it by taking a good bullet for daddy.
So sad. Okay, I take back calling him a dumb bitch. I just say I'd rather not say, because now I'm uncomfortable that he likes it.
I've always been interested in sirens and harnessing them, you know? You have so much potential. You all have different powers.
Whoa.
What?
Harnessing?
Well, like harness your ability so that anybody could use it. What's your ability?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yes, that's why I'm asking.
So about this work, what were you doing? Like, are there couches in here? Was he just standing? Were there lights on? Are the lights dimmed? Like, what is happening in this room?
I mean, there are couches.
Yeah, so work never stops. You, obviously, in charge of the company, have hundreds, I assume, of employees working beneath you. What were you doing in particular in this room?
Yeah, that's a really good question.
I was arranging schedules and...
No, that's not a you job. That's not. Try again.
A good leader takes time and effort in all of the important matters.
Answering emails.
I was just posting on the Echo socials.
I bet he has like camera systems and he was just watching his worker. I bet he's not a good person. But again, like, what were you doing?
Well,
And you don't have to lie to us. We're all in the VIP area. We're all VIPs.
Exactly.
you know, actually, why don't both of you do a talk check?
Real VIP to VIP shit.
I'll get real VIP if you want.
Oh, I only have a +1.
Oh no. I rolled a 2.
Oh, I rolled a nat 20.
Oh,
Thank God.
21.
He says, I have a little surprise planned for tonight. So I was just...
He's got a gun.
No. I mean, I do have a gun. Of course I have a gun. I was arranging for the special event. We heard that maybe we want to bring it to make it happen sooner. So we were just making arrangements to have this surprise happen a little earlier.
What's the surprise?
A light bulb goes off in my head.
Even though you know his name and you know he's the literal leader of the cult.
I have been partying.
Well, this might be the guy.
You've been partying. This is your light bulb moment.
I'm like, oh shit, this is the guy.
Thanks for listening, badasses. Thanks, Kimmy and Rebecca. Rebecca has started her Star Trek podcast back up with a new name. It's called TV Show in Space. It's awesome, and you can find it within the Geek Show podcast feed or Geek Show YouTube feed, which is really, really cool. I listened to several episodes and it is just as fun as it is before. Whether you watch Star Trek or have seen all the episodes that they're talking about, it's just fun to listen to. They have such good chemistry. So I highly recommend it. You can also follow Rebecca on social medias at @YouGrossRebecca on all the socials. Kimmy, do you have socials or anything you want to plug?
You can follow me on Blue Sky at Kimberly CV. I'm not going to spell it because that's tedious, so you can just find it in the description. Yay. I don't really post a lot, but that might change.
Yeah, I mean, if people are following you, you might start interacting more, right?
Yeah, exactly. Right now, it's like bare minimum.
Yeah. You can also interact with us on socials like me. It's me. I'm at FF Adventure Co. I'm the one that runs that. And that's on all of the socials. So you can follow us there, interact with us there. You can tag individuals, all that. You can go to our Discord and hang out there. It's a lot of fun. Kimmy gets active in there every once in a while. You read pretty frequently, I think, what's being posted in there, right?
I do. And then I go to write something. I'm like, it's okay. But I do read it.
Yeah. You get a little insecure. I get it.
I just get in my head. That's all.
Yeah.
You don't really need to point that out, but thanks.
You're welcome. No, I know because you'll tell me something. You'll be like, I was going to write this and it'll be something sassy. And I'm like, you should have said that, or you can still say that. You should. People enjoy the Fayleon Kimmy sass, but I totally get it too. You're worried you'll come off wrong.
Yeah, I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but I do like to push back.
I think it's really fun, and I think people expect it from you, honestly. So, but it's fine. Totally fine. You're great. You do what's comfortable. And that's the thing, right? You can come in there and just lurk. You can come in and comment on episodes if you want. There's a feed for each episode. You can see what people think of it. There's sometimes artwork posted for for certain episodes if we have certain things or pictures that relate to it. So lots of good stuff. Anyways, if you enjoyed this episode, if you enjoyed the show, we would love it if you left us a rating and review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Good Pods, Podcast Addict, social media, bathroom wall, or wherever else you may want to shout our praise. We'll read it on air like so. Kimmy's going to read this review, but before she does, I just want to say that this actually comes from one of my bestest friends, and we've been best friends since childhood. I officiated his wedding. I love this guy, Bobby. He and I played a crap load of Borderlands together, so I have really strong associations of Borderlands and fond memories with Bobby. So thank you so much, Bobby.
Okay, the title is I'm Bad at Titles. Good God, I love this podcast. It has such a wonderful main cast with heartfelt storytelling. I especially love the guests Deimos, Lucinda, Saylor Twift, and of course, Plunger. It's so awesome to have a real play TTRPG that is so loving and accepting. Keep up the good work. Aw, thanks, Bobby. He is also our newest Ultimate Badass on our Patreon. Patreon. You can also become an Ultimate Badass by signing up through Patreon and get access to exclusive episodes like Honey Heist and the Hot Sauce Adventure. Spicy.
We just barely, a couple of days ago, recorded a campfire chat using the Ultimate RPG Campfire card deck from James D'Amato. And that should be pretty fast and easy edit, and that should come out tomorrow on the Ultimate Badass feed. So, woo, very excited about that. It's nice to be able to do something like that. It's really fun and entertaining to do with everybody, although Phil had to leave partway through it, but that still led to some funny stuff, I think, with it, right?
You talking about the campfire? It was funny. I don't want to give too much away.
Okay, all right, fair enough. And then we also sometimes do physical gifts to our Ultimate Badasses. I mean, we've only done it once with the book. It's a short story that Phil wrote. We still have copies of that, so we'll still send them out to Ultimate Badasses. Which, Bobby, you're going to be getting one soon. And then I'm working on another one that I'm really, really, really excited about. I'm excited to talk about it, but I may not be able to talk about it until the end of May. So figuring that out still. So something to look forward to. Oh, we also have a merch store where you can buy things like shirts, stickers, coffee mugs, and we have new merch. I added some mugs that have some of the other characters of the show, Deimos, Lucinda, Saylor, Plunger, and Drake Wilson. And then I'm not an artist, but I made a little Deimos face for some You Are Not Malware t-shirts and buttons. And I think it's cute. So go take a look. Let me know what you think. And if you want, you can buy them. And that would be super rad. Links to everything that we've talked about can be found in the episode description. Some of it may not be like listed specifically in the episode description, but you can just go to the link tree and it'll have links to everything. Next episode, we pick back up with the conflicts in the bathroom. No.
I don't think so.
No, that's wrong. Next episode, we pick back up with the conflicts in the ballroom, which Kimmy was getting
different.
Very different. Yeah. Kimmy was getting some sass and some surprised reactions about her going so hard getting the gemstone, the gem skull.
I'm sorry. I don't apologize. I take that back. I don't apologize. I did what I had to do.
Yeah. which I am so happy about because I gave no instruction. The other time I did warn Kimmy, like, hey, there's going to be this gem and I want you to like go after it with all you got type of thing. And this time I didn't warn her at all. I just, in the moment, I told her and said like, oh yeah, there's this skull and you kind of have that same feeling as before. And she was like, yep, I'm in. So good. Anyways, but we go into initiative with this next episode, and that makes editing a lot trickier. You'd think it'd make it easier in some ways, but it doesn't. So let's plan on it 3 weeks again for the next episode. Probably just plan on 3 weeks between episodes for a little while, because that's a lot easier to manage, especially with some tricky editing going on lately.
Thank you so much for listening. And until next time, remember, the future belongs to those who believe in the badassness of their dreams.
Vault Hunter!
Kimberly, and I play Fayleon, and a frivolous fact. Frivolous fact.
A Magnus AI from another universe. Gosh.
Fayleon, which bullet is your favorite of this pile of bullets?
The one in the corner.
Yes, I see.
What's it look like? What color is it?
I don't know. You didn't even describe them. I have no idea.
You said there are a variety of stones, a variety of stone
Here's
bullets.
the thing. I don't know what color. I don't know what bullets look like. So I'm saying the one in the fucking corner. No explanation.
Perfect. Okay. Yep. I mean, are you using your fan to attack? No, you don't. I think they took your fans.
I thought you said we got our stuff back.
Yeah, we did get our stuff back.
Okay. Actually, yes, you got those. Wait, did you? No, you didn't try and sneak your fan in. The others did. So they don't have their fans. You didn't try and sneak your fan in.
No, I thought I did. You think I would just go willingly without something?
Yeah. Well,
what if this was her secret hidden fan?
Okay, fine. You have your fan. You have your fan.
What do you think the gross GDP is of everybody in this room?
What's GDP?
Gross domestic product. I don't know. I was trying to sound like I know what money is.
You know better than me.
If we gathered up every single person in this room and emptied out all of their pockets, how much small change do you think we would find?
Oh, however much.
Who are you talking to? Isn't she talking to me?
Yeah, but Lucas Montpellier is also there.
I'm going to talk to whoever listens.
Boop.